Hello and welcome to 7 Surefire Ways to Sell Your Business for Millions. I'm Susan Rosner, Managing Director of Calder Associates of Pennsylvania. We're a mergers and acquisitions firm that specializes in the sale and acquisition of privately held companies. Today, with the oldest baby boomers turning 65 in 2011, there are predictions that over the next 15 years the number of businesses for sale will double. That will create a buyer's market, more choices for buyers, and more competition for you as a business owner when you are ready to sell. More competition means that you will have to build a business that will attract buyers, that will pay you a premium for your business, that will stand out in the crowd. Whether your goal is to sell your business for $1 to $2 million or $20 million plus, this presentation will provide you with 7 surefire ways to help you sell your business for millions in this very competitive marketplace. We will cover the following: critical elements of an exit plan, insights into valuing a privately held business, not only the value drivers but also those things that could break a deal and how you can eliminate them, what to do when you're ready to sell. We hope to answer many of your questions and answers, but we'll be available after you listen to this presentation to answer any questions that you might have. First, a short quiz. What % of business owners actually know what their business is worth? And another question, what is the % of business owners that actually have an exit plan? Most business owners aren't surprised by the answers to these questions. 65% of business owners don't know the value of their business, and 85% of business owners don't have an exit plan. The question really becomes, do you fit these facts? And let's talk about the implications of not knowing the value of your business or not having a business plan. In the introduction, I talked about the number of businesses that were going to be on the market as a result of the boomer effect. Actually, the estimated number of privately held businesses that are currently owned by business owners that are baby boomers is 12 million. But what's really important about this number, and what is extraordinary, is that 85% of the boomers' owners' assets are in their company. They require the sale of their business to be able to unlock this asset that has been the greatest investment, perhaps in their career. And since baby boomers are not getting any younger, this one fact will drive up the number of businesses for sale. So with all of these businesses that will be coming on the market, we want to look to what this actual success of selling a privately held business is. And alarmingly, only 25% of businesses that are put on the market actually sell. So why do you think that is? There are many reasons why businesses don't sell, but these are the most prevalent. First and foremost is unrealistic expectations. A recent Wall Street Journal article stated that most business owners simply want too high of a price for their business. This is largely the result of the lack of planning for their exit and also the misunderstanding of what their business is worth. So unrealistic expectations is really a driving factor for businesses not selling. The second is the lack of expert advice. Owners who have not sought out advice about the sale of their business, about the potential deal structure, about valuation, often base their price on hearsay or statistics that are not relevant for their particular business. In many states, anyone can sell businesses, so it's really important to make sure that the people that you engage to sell your business have experience in the sale of privately held businesses. 3, in many cases, the business simply isn't marketable. The business may be too small, the owner may be the business, and so the business is completely dependent on them. Or there may be a situation where a business has a small concentration of customers. So these three factors, unrealistic expectations, lack of expert advice, and the fact that a business may not be marketable, leads to only 25% of businesses actually selling that are put on the market. So here's the challenge, the dilemma, the situation that we find ourselves in. The challenge is that with all the uncertainty in business, there's really only one thing that is for certain, and that is that the owner will eventually leave, whether it's by choice, whether it's due to personal illness, or an untimely death. The greatest mistake that an owner makes in any business is that they don't plan for this inevitable exit. And this is especially important for baby boomers who are depending on the sale of the business in order to transfer wealth, to be able to really enjoy their retirement. And that's why we feel it's critical to educate business owners about 7 surefire ways to sell your business for millions. So, now that we've established that it's important for you to have a strategy for selling your business, here are the 7 surefire ways or strategies to sell your business for millions that we will cover in the next remainder of this presentation. These strategies will ensure that your business will be able to compete in what will be a buyer's market. These strategies will also help you achieve a peace of mind knowing that you can unlock your business asset and fund your retirement or invest in another venture. The first strategy is to set realistic goals. Remember, 65% of business owners don't know what their business is worth, and 85% don't have a business plan. An exit plan, by the way, is not a business plan. It is an ownership plan that will help you balance your personal and business priorities and allow you to exit your business and unlock that business asset. If you want to sell your business for $1, $2, $20, or $30 million, setting your goals is the top priority. While business owners often set business goals, they often don't set exit planning goals. These goals balance your personal needs with the needs and requirements of your business. So it's important not only to understand your personal financial plan and what you need to retire, but it's also important for you to have a real picture of the potential selling price of your business. The only way to really accomplish this is to obtain a business valuation from an advisor that is experienced in the sale of businesses. Your goal is to determine how important the sale of your business is to your personal financial plan. Will you have enough funds to retire or invest in your other venture, or do you require the sale of your business in order to move forward? Of course, you also have to balance this all with your personal needs and personal issues. These relate to family, as well as issues related to personal goals that you might have. Do you have children in the business? What's the impact on them? What type of legacy do you personally want to leave? What about your spouse? Are they ready for you to retire? And what are their personal goals? And is retirement in conflict with them? So this is an area that really needs to be addressed, your personal and professional goals, and make sure you're clear about your path forward. So once you've established your goals, you must look at your current situation and understand the gaps to achieving these goals and be committed to the changes that are going to need to be taking place in order to actually get to your goals. If you did an outside valuation, you'll learn about the value drivers for your business. If you haven't, then you want to do your own business audit. Understand what your strengths, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats are around the areas that you see here on the slide. Your business audit must be comprehensive. It has to really deal with not only the financial health, but also some of these other critical elements that are important to the valuation of your business. how competitive of an industry are you in? What's the local economy? What type of management do you have in place, etc. Now, while we don't have time today to cover all of the issues around valuation, it's important to point out that today's valuations are primarily based on past performance and the likelihood that that past performance is going to continue. Let's take a look at a case study to help you better understand valuation. Take a look at these two companies. What is the difference between A and B? If you were looking for a business to buy, which would be more attractive to you? So here we see two companies, each of them at the same level of revenue and the same level of net profit on their tax returns. Let's look a little more closer at these two companies. Company A is increasing in sales and Company B is decreasing in sales. You can see that the debt is different, but also the age and value of equipment is different. Company B, the owner takes out some cash, unreported cash. When you look at the owner vacations and salary and benefits, certainly Company A is in a much stronger position. So here you have a situation where you have the same net profit on the tax returns, but the adjusted net profit is substantially different. And if you notice in Company B, we did not include the $100,000 in cash because no buyer and no bank is going to consider unreported cash as part of your adjusted net profit. So which company is a company that you would consider buying? And would the valuation of these companies be different? Of course they would be. Now, let me add another potential glitch. What if you learn that Companies A is reliant on 2 customers for 60% of its business? Would that impact your valuation? Of course it would. So you can see from this example that looking at businesses through the eyes of a buyer is critical to determine its value. So it's really very critical here, again, to hire experts who can help you look at your business through the eyes of a buyer. So now that you've identified the gaps, it's time to focus on those priorities that will ensure that you are able to sell your business for that $1, $2, or $20 million and above. And this can be hard work, which is why you should be thinking about this years before you're actually ready to retire. How many years? Well, some say when you actually begin your business, you should be thinking about your exit plan. But certainly if you're 5 years from selling your business, you should make sure that you're focused on priorities that will increase the value of your business. Certainly some of your priorities are going to be decided based on your audit, but a way to focus your efforts is to look at those critical areas that buyers weigh heavily, and they fall into these 4 categories. 1, stability and predictability. What is your customer churn? Do you have a recurring revenue model? How do you measure customer satisfaction? What is the likelihood that your business model will result in stable revenues and predictability of profits? Secondly, is really related to market size and growth. Are your markets increasing? Are there new markets for your business that you should be pursuing? A client of ours was dependent upon the construction industry but had targeted the energy market as a growth area. This helped them drive and thrive through a great recession that we've been going through. Another critical area to look at is your succession plan. A client of ours hired a manager, put in place a cross-training plan for the key people, and was able to increase the valuation of his or her business. If the business is totally dependent upon you, or you cannot demonstrate to a new buyer that there is intellectual